Namaskar, I am Prakash Astrologer presenting you Gemini's yearly forecast for the year 2019. All the prediction based on your moon sign. Gemini yearly forecast, task, precaution, chanting plus the whole yearly forecast based on your moon sign. This particular video has got nothing to do with your sun sign whatsoever. You have to find out about your moon sign, which is your moon sign. If your Gemini is your moon sign, then please do follow this video. If your Gemini is not your moon sign, please don't follow this video. This video has no relevance or no relationship if you're following this video according to your sun sign whatsoever. Please. Let's talk about Gemini yearly forecast based on your moon sign. Let's talk about dynamics of Gemini. Dynamics in which I'm going to discuss transit of 4 major planets which have a major impact on any mankind. Saturn's dynamics, Saturn's transit, Jupiter's transit, Rahu Ketu's transit. So let's talk about Saturn, which is creating a major impact, which always create a major impact for anyone's profession, career, financial backing, income resources, financial opportunities, status, prestige or honor, and profession, job, career development, establishment. Saturn's transit for Gemini. Saturn's effect on Gemini, may I say this was coming year 2019. Since 26th of October 2019 till 24th of January 2020, Saturn is in 7th house for Gemini. And the sign is Sagittarius and the pie of Saturn is copper. Due to which Gemini, you must look after your health and well-being, especially lower abdomen. You'll have a lots of opportunity for your joint ventures. You'll be involved in a lot of deal of car or property, or you might buy property. You might involve in a deal of a car. You'll come across a few obstacles and delays, but well thoughtful effort always be handsomely rewarded. Gemini, your well-defined project brings unique rewards for you. There'll be a traveling for business players and maybe pilgrimages, so religious journeys. Gemini, as long as you are disciplined, devoted, determined, and dedicated to your path, to your goal, then your prosperity will be rising and success will be there. Gemini, you got to put a lot of effort in your communication with people around you, personal level, professional level. If the communication is not there, if your attitude becomes cold, then it will be a problem. Please refrain from adopting any egoistic attitude. Make sure there must not be any ego investment in your business, in your professional decision, in your personal life, in your marriage, in your relationship. More you improve your way of communication with people around you, with the whole world around you, more you'll be flourished, more you'll enjoy. Saturn in the 7th house from your moon sign. So it's like a, may I say that almost all your aspect of this particular scenario will require extra focus, extra attention, communication. Your income may suffer and you may even feel going through few losses. Some of your money due to treachery or deception can be people will cheat you, deceive you, take away your money. And sometimes if you are making a verbal commitment with anybody, that will not be honored. Avoid taking any kind of loan during this particular time. It will take a longer time to pay off that particular loan more than you expect. Work will be hard. You will need to go extra mile to experience success in your undertaking. Regarding communication, Gemini, beware of being cheated or deceived if you're on any kind of partnership or joint venture or enterprise or those kind of things. Those employed should avoid doing anything that might cause them to lose their job. So watch yourself. If you're a student, you might find it difficult to concentrate on your studies. Some of you will go through foreign land during this particular time. Gemini, if possible, avoid going on trips as that could be troublesome. You might lose your home and be forced to live somewhere else. It can be possible if you're not paying the mortgage on time. Gemini, all the areas of personal and family life, health needs some attention. Some of you likely to suffer from health problems related to lower abdomen, bladders, kidneys, male or female health, anything to do with the urinary, that particular organs. Do not neglect your health. Or if your spouse is making some sort of a complaint regarding your behavior, regarding your communication, regarding him or her health, then look after them. At home, you'll need to be consciously maintaining a peace and harmony. With communication, you can do that, Gemini. Those who have lost their spouse may remarry during this particular time. Those people who are single might find a partner. Gemini, nurture your friendship, nurture your relationship. Otherwise, your closest people will abandon you due to lack of communication. Because Saturn in 7th house can create a very cold attitude on your behalf. People can find your communication is very cold. No warmth, no friendship, no affection, no care, just coldness. Gemini, it could be hard to maintain your peace of mind or balanced state of mind during this time. Most of you are likely to develop feeling of severe anxiety or restlessness. It would be wise to avoid any kind of litigation. Refrain from that. This may not be good timing to fight a court case or stand in the election. Task precaution chantings. For Gemini in the 7th house, you must wear an emerald cut golden, yellow, sapphire and gold square pendant around your neck. Second task, do take a steel pipe. Diameter of steel pipe should be 2-inch minimum. Length have to be 5 feet, and fill the pipe with shakkar and cover both sides of the pipe with black cloth and bury in the ground on Saturday morning between 4:30 a.m. till 6:30 a.m. Try to keep a black dog as a pet. Try to keep your doorstep of the house very clean, very immaculately clean and presentable. Gemini, you must keep a silver pot filled with honey in your possession in your house. Precaution-wise, refrain from buying any new electronic goods. Precaution-wise, refrain from buying any steel appliances or steel equipments. Refrain from consuming any form of non-vegetarian food and alcohol. Chanting for Gemini. Ang Harim Sharim Kalim Chamundaya Viche. Ang Harim Sharim Kalim Chamundaya Viche. Ang Harim Sharim Kalim Chamundaya Viche. After having a shower, try to wear a clean clothes, sit or stand on an asana. Requirement is jug of water. Time is day or night, and the asana have to be blanket. Direction have to be north-facing direction. Time devotion should be every day. 48 minutes, 72 minutes, 96 minutes, 120 minutes. More you do it, more you achieve it. That's the Gemini's for the Gemini Saturn's transit, which is very important, quite important. Now we're talking about Jupiter's effect on Gemini. Jupiter's effect for Gemini for 2019. For Gemini, Jupiter's transit. Transit of Jupiter in the 6th house from Gemini moon sign. The date starts from 11th October 2018. Since 11th October 2018 till 29th of March 2019, Jupiter is transiting in the 6th house. During this particular period, Jupiter will move through your 6th house from your moon sign. This will signify trouble in most of your time. You tend to increase your enemies by being involved in any unnecessary arguments with your own family and friends. You are also likely to create an enmity with your own people, with your own mentor. Beware of any enemies at the same time that they might trouble you more than ever. Jupiter's transit in the 6th house. May I say that you have to be extra careful. Health would require attention at this time. Gemini, you may feel unhappy even when you are in the best of condition, may tend to become restless. You have to take care of to avoid any kind of slackness in health and any health issues. You would have to be more attentive in your field of work. There is a chance that you might lose some money or property during this particular phase. Gemini, beware of thieves, thugs and fire at your workplace, even a punishment from the government authority. If employed, maintain a good relationship, good rapport with your employer and colleagues to avoid any disfavor with them. It would be better to postpone new enterprise. This may not be the right time to start something new. You have to be extra careful. Gemini, your partnership with your spouse may have to be handled very carefully and very sensibly. Avoid any kind of arguments with your life partner and with your business partner. and stay away from any kind of litigation of any kind with anybody. Jupiter in the 6th house, this is a very good time for any kind of work and fulfilling your duties that contribute to your personal growth. This transit indicates health, good flow of income, and you got to be very careful in a lot of different ways regarding your relationship. Very often, the Jupiter's position in 6th house demand this house come in a conflict with your own personal growth. But very often that happens, and especially freedom from this house of fulfillment of duty, responsibility and service. Your ego needs to be gratified. Here only at the level that most people cannot understand your ego. But the Jupiter in this house, you're able to make progress in the world precisely because of these matters. As long as you watch your mouth, as longer you know how to talk to people, then everything is fine. Work is fulfilling and enjoyable to you, and there's no doubt about it. If you're a professional consultant, your knowledgeability and skill will be recognized and thoroughly appreciated, giving you a sense of purpose and structure for your future. There's no doubt about it. Quite often, Jupiter's in 6th house, this comes out now an improved job situation, better working condition, even now a new job with better pay or opportunities for self-fulfillment. Gemini, you're not likely to advance to a position of greater power or standing in this time. But this is a period of work. You will achieve the most satisfaction simply by doing this work as well as you can, and to the highest possible standard. You can improve your growth inside the work. You can improve your own standard and efficiency. Gemini, you're quite ready to take on and even more work if you want to, if you can. And even though you probably won't be promoted, but you'll improve. For this is your own personal growth. You'll certainly gain the self-esteem or an esteem or recognition of your superior, and those under you, people will admire you, people will appreciate you, people will recognize you, what you're doing, which ultimately puts you in a very good position for the future. This is usually an excellent period for the health because Jupiter gives you very fine strength and vitality. However, you do have the carefulness about gaining. If you are not careful, you can gain weight in both the fortunate way and the less fortunate meaning of the term, that the growth or transit on the physical level, you'll expand. For some reason, your body has to heal and recover from illness. This transit in the 6th house will assist the process, but you should be careful of fat or over fatty or becoming a beast, eating too much sweet food. For that, it only causes you gaining weight. That's not good for you in the long run. Avoid any kind of overindulgence in anything. If any of the planet lies in 2nd house, 5th house, 9th house, 11th house, 12th house, if the Jupiter is in the 6th house transiting, especially Mercury, if the Mercury or Venus or Rahu is in the 2nd house, 5th house, 9th house, 11th house, 12th house, then you're going through very rough phase. Then please do these tasks. The position of the other planet, Mercury, Venus, Rahu, when the Jupiter is in the 6th house, when the Mercury, Venus, Rahu are all at the same time occupied in 2nd house, 5th house, 9th house, 11th house, 12th house, they can neutralize Jupiter's positivity. They can take away they can shut down the Jupiter's positivity. So we call Ved. This means that due to that position, Ved will apply is a term in astrology, we always use it. That means the Jupiter will be, you were supposed to fire up the Jupiter for positivity, but due to these 3 planets, you switch off the Jupiter regarding any positive development. So you have to look after that particular scenario. So whenever you're going to face any of the following problems, like you're going through a very rough phase or very rough time, or personal animosity in your marriage relationship, or lack of communication in your marriage relationship, or may I say that if the profession go through in a very tough and demanding situation, then please do these following tasks There will be another scenario, situations. You'll experience complications regarding difference opinion between you and your family members, loss of health regarding family members, especially your partner, bad debts, loss of gold due to cheating or theft or deception, lack of cooperation, or the first house become empty. Then these tasks will help you regarding Jupiter's 6th house position. Never ever insult any of your family member. Task number 2. Please do make good relationship with your father. 3rd, try to keep dog as a pet or donate dog food to dog home in your routine. Do donate 6 kg chana dal and 600 gram haldi powder to temple in the langar for 1, 6 or 9 Thursdays. Next task, do donate food and money to the 6 religious priests or more. Refrain from eating non-vegetarian food as a precaution. Transit of Jupiter in 7th house. From Gemini moon sign, the date starts from 29th of March 2019 till 22nd of April 2019. Transit of Jupiter in 7th house from moon sign Gemini. During this particular period, Jupiter will move through your 7th house from your moon sign. This brings in good timing. Marriage window is going to open. You may expect to enjoy mentally and physically in a very comfortable scenario situations, exotic cuisines, you'll acquire a property, you enjoy leisure time, you'll be entertained, even to expect to be honored by higher authority. A good timing could also be expected in your social life. You may expect to meet and befriend men of distinction or very powerful people or professional people. Jupiter transiting in 7th house, you will be beneficial from higher authorities, decision maker, powerful people. Personally, you would also be noticed for your smart speech, intellectual eminence. Gemini, this time may make you stay outdoor performing auspicious deeds. Health would be fine. Your profound character and may I say will be noticed at this time. Gemini, you're likely to experience fulfillment of desire and comfortable home. Singles may consider trying the knot, and couples may consider an addition in the family. If married, you're likely to enjoy heightened personal bliss with your partner during this particular phase. Jupiter in the 7th house during this particular period, your intimate one-to-one encounter with other people can show you aspect of yourself and of the world around you. By and large, this transit favors the formation and maintenance of all kind of partnership, including marriage, relationship. Although the transit by itself does not especially indicate marriage or relationship, it does make a marriage work very well at this time. Gemini, during this particular transit, you'll encounter people who can help you out in many ways. You approach all the relationship with ideas that you and the other person should help each other properly. Personally, may I say that you're not inclined to go it alone. You'd be well advised not to. You very much needed another person's assistance. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but not because nothing like that, but because the other person fulfill individuality, and other person will fulfill the duty for you, and you need the other person to what you want to achieve. Just a little support. Individuality will be there, no doubt about it. Jupiter's transit in the 7th house, this is also a good time to call in professional for any kind of assistance, especially a lawyer, doctor, consultant, personal counsel. If you have to go to the court at this time, especially a civil court or civil suit, the outcome should be favorable. Although it is important to make sure that you have every angle covered. Don't take this transit for granted, for you might overlook some details that could trip you up. Also, don't try to get more than you due, nor overestimate what you are to get. That could get you into trouble. As with every other Jupiter transit, this one requires a certain amount of moderations, and may I say that in order to get the most out of it, Jupiter refer to a foreign place and a person. This transit could indicate a partnership or close relationship with foreigner. It could be indicating a relationship with someone whose background is sufficiently different from yours that you have to expand your views and your understanding of this world simply to deal with this person, whoever this person can be. Any intimate relationship at this time will certainly have a conscious expanding effect upon you. That can happen. In other words, the relationship won't permit you to continue in a narrow frame of mind. You have to be broad-minded. But is this time Jupiter coming to the 7th house? If you'll find a proposal under the Jupiter's influence, your partner is likely to be slightly older than you, or mentally maturer than you, or well established in the world. Professionally qualified, well educated, blessed with knowledge, ability and skill. And your respect for this person is one of the main factors that attract you. This is a sign of a person more experienced than yourself. So whenever you will face any of the situations, circumstances and planetary positions, going through personal conflict, lack of personal happiness and comfort, loss due to fire and theft or cheating or deception, joint ventures, losses and loss of reputation, financial crisis and legal conflict, or second house is occupied, first, second, fifth, 7th, 9th, 12th houses are occupied with Saturn, Venus and Mercury, or 9th house is occupied with Mercury, first house is empty, especially when the Jupiter is in the 7th house, then please do this task. Task number 1. Do organize Namak Chamak Rudra Abhishek with yellow flowers. Task number 2. Please refrain from keeping rock, bhabhuti, dry flower statues, taweez in your possession or in your residence. Task number 3. Refrain from giving your worn clothes to anybody, please. Transit of Jupiter, again in 6th house. From your Gemini moon sign, the date starts from 22nd April 2019 till 5th November 2019. During this particular period, when the Jupiter will back again in the 6th house, this signifies trouble in most of this particular time. You tend to increase your enemies by being involved in any unnecessary arguments with your family, friends. You're likely to create an enmity with your own people. Be careful with your language, attitude and word of speech. During this particular period, Jupiter will move through your 6th house from your moon sign. This will signify trouble in most of your time. You tend to increase your enemies by being involved in any unnecessary arguments with your own family and friends. You are also likely to create an enmity with your own people, with your own mentor. Beware of any enemies at the same time that they might trouble you more than ever. Jupiter's transit in the 6th house. May I say that you have to be extra careful. Health would require attention at this time. Gemini, you may feel unhappy even when you are in the best of condition, may tend to become restless. You have to take care of to avoid any kind of slackness in health and any health issues. You would have to be more attentive in your field of work. There is a chance that you might lose some money or property during this particular phase. Gemini, beware of thieves, thugs and fire at your workplace, even a punishment from the government authority. If employed, maintain a good relationship, good rapport with your employer and colleagues to avoid any disfavor with them. It would be better to postpone new enterprise. This may not be the right time to start something new. You have to be extra careful. Gemini, your partnership with your spouse may have to be handled very carefully and very sensibly. Avoid any kind of arguments with your life partner and with your business partner. And stay away from any kind of litigation of any kind with anybody. Jupiter in the 6th house, this is a very good time for any kind of work and fulfilling your duties that contribute to your personal growth. This transit indicates health, good flow of income, and you got to be very careful in a lot of different ways regarding your relationship. Very often, the Jupiter's position in 6th house demand this house come in a conflict with your own personal growth. But very often that happens. And especially freedom from this house of fulfillment of duty, responsibility and service. Your ego needs to be gratified. Here only at the level that most people cannot understand your ego. But the Jupiter in this house, you're able to make progress in the world precisely because of these matters. As long as you watch your mouth, as long as you know how to talk to people, then everything is fine. Work is fulfilling and enjoyable to you. And there's no doubt about it. If you're a professional consultant, your knowledgeability and skills will be recognized and thoroughly appreciated, giving you a sense of purpose and structure for your future. There's no doubt about it. Quite often, Jupiter's in 6th house, this comes out now an improved job situation, better working condition, even now a new job with better pay or opportunities for self-fulfillment. Gemini, you're not likely to advance to a position of greater power or standing in this time. But this is a period of work. You will achieve the most satisfaction simply by doing this work, as well as you can, and to the highest possible standard. You can improve your growth inside the work. You can improve your own standard and efficiency. Gemini, you're quite ready to take on and even more work if you want to, if you can. And even though you probably won't be promoted, but you'll improve. For this is your own personal growth. You'll certainly gain the self-esteem or an esteem or recognition of your superior, and those under you. People will admire you. People will appreciate you. People will recognize you, what you're doing, which ultimately puts you in a very good position for the future. This is usually an excellent period for the health, because Jupiter gives you very fine strength and vitality. However, you do have the carefulness about gaining. If you are not careful, you can gain weight in both the fortunate way and the less fortunate meaning of the term, that the growth or transit on the physical level, you will expand. For some reason, your body has to heal and recover from illness. This transit in the 6th house will assist the process, but you should be careful of fat or over fatty or becoming a beast, eating too much sweet food. For that, it only causes you gaining weight. That's not good for you in the long run. Avoid any kind of overindulgence in anything. If any of the planet lies in 2nd house, 5th house, 9th house, 11th house, 12th house, if the Jupiter is in the 6th house transiting, especially Mercury, if the Mercury or Venus or Rahu is in the 2nd house, 5th house, 9th house, 11th house, 12th house, then you're going through very rough phase, then please do these tasks. The position of the other planet, Mercury, Venus, Rahu, when the Jupiter is in the 6th house, when the Mercury, Venus, Rahu are all at the same time occupied in 2nd house, 5th house, 9th house, 11th house, 12th house, they can neutralize Jupiter's positivity. They can take away they can shut down the Jupiter's positivity. So we call Ved. This means that due to that position, Ved will apply is a term in astrology, we always use it. That way, the Jupiter will be, you were supposed to fire up the Jupiter for positivity, but due to these 3 planets, you can switch off the Jupiter regarding any positive development. So you have to look after that particular scenario. So whenever you're going to face any of the following problems, like you're going through a very rough phase or very rough time, or personal animosity in your marriage relationship, or lack of communication in your marriage relationship, or may I say that if the profession go through in a very tough and demanding situation, then please do these following tasks. But there will be another scenario, situations, you'll experience complications regarding difference opinion between you and your family members, loss of health regarding family members, especially your partner, bad debts, loss of gold due to cheating or theft or deception, lack of cooperation, or the first house become empty. Then these tasks will help you regarding Jupiter's 6th house position. Never ever insult any of your family member. Task number 2. Please do make good relationship with your father. 3rd, try to keep dog as a pet or donate dog food to dog home in your routine. Do donate 6 kg chana dal and 600 gram haldi powder to temple in the langar for 1, 6 or 9 Thursdays. Next task, do donate food and money to the 6 religious priests or more. Refrain from eating non-vegetarian food as a precaution. Rahu and Ketu's effect on Gemini. Rahu and Ketu, very important. Rahu and Ketu created the transit of the major effect or the significance of this transit is creating unexpected events happen in the life. These two planets can create an unexpected positive impact and the negative impact, sometimes unplanned. So Rahu Ketu's effect, may I say that Rahu's in the first house from your moon sign Gemini, and the Ketu's in the 7th house from moon sign Gemini. Rahu's in the first house from moon sign Gemini. May I say that from 23rd of March 2019, 1243 hours 39 seconds, like 43 minutes past 12 in the afternoon, till 19 September 2020, again 9:36 p.m. 17 minutes 36 minutes past 9 in the evening. Rahu's in the first house from your moon sign Gemini. Rahu's actually transiting in the Gemini. During this particular period, Rahu will move through your first house, is in the Gemini. Now Rahu is transiting in the Gemini, in your first house in the moon sign. This mostly denotes several negative aspects. The position of Rahu signify loss of financial resources or wastage of money or unnecessary expenditure. Gemini, you may have to be extra careful to avoid troublesome period from your enemies. Moreover, you're also likely to be humiliated and some unforeseen circumstances or problems might crop up in your field of activity. Gemini, be careful of an ill-willed person and avoid any suspicions or suspicious activity like indulging in an occult or any kind of mumbo-jumbo. Be careful. Health would require your constant attention, especially heavy-headedness, issue with the lower abdomen, not very comfortable, or regularly negative thinking. Gemini, you may even develop some unknown health issue, which sometimes medically you can't explain it, but you are suffering with that. You might take more than usual time to recover. The health of your parents would also require attention in this time period. The physical suffering is likely to cause much worry for you mentally and physically. You may feel worried constantly and may suffer from a deep anxiety, deep mental misery. Gemini, you may even become nervous, mentally very troubled, restless, may I say depressed during this particular phase. So be careful. Transit of Ketu in 7th house from the moon sign Gemini. Rahu is head, Ketu is tail. The same time, 23rd of March 2019, 43 minutes past 12 till 19 September 2020. And the time is 9:36 p.m. Ketu at the same time moved through your 7th house from your moon sign Gemini. This mostly bring in personal suffering. Your health may require utmost care, as you're likely to suffer from many health issues related with directly urine, lower abdomen, tummy. You may also feel lackluster and fatigued. Mentally, you may feel sick and agonized. Keep a close eye on your expenses, as you're likely to spend more money on useless tasks. Avoid borrowing money at any cost. If you are into agriculture production, keep a close eye on your products, as there could be a theft of something like that. However, some of you suddenly encounter progress in trade and your financial conditions. Maintain a proper code of conduct and avoid any kind of getting involved with any arguments with your spouse, with your romantic partner, with your love of your life, with your marriage relationship. Refrain from any kind of unnecessary argument with your spouse. Any fight with your spouse may make your spouse leave you during this particular phase. Establishing a cordial relationship with your relative, who may become your enemy if not attended correctly. Avoid all kind of disputes and litigation during this particular phase. You would also need to hold on to your reputation, as it could be hampered or you may be defamed in the society. Travel is also on the cards running around will be quite a lot. So may I say that you have to be extra careful. So whenever you're going to say that the situation is like that, you got to sort out your Rahu and Ketu properly for your own best, may I say that. And you got to make sure that no negative effect or impact, if something is there, you got to root it out. So tasks which can protect you from Rahu position in the Lagna and Ketu's position in the 7th house. You must keep the task number 1. You must keep cat's placenta. We call it zair in our Indian language, in a copper color cloth, and keep it with you all the time. Task number 2. Do wear a silver square piece or silver square pendant around your neck. Task number 3. Do donate whole meal atta, whole moong dal to temple and the langar. Precaution wise, do not make any false promises with anybody. Precaution wise, refrain from any arrogance or ignorance and stubborn attitude. Precaution wise, don't lit fire and make smokes or fumes in the house like a burning clutter. Refrain from smoking. It's very important. The chanting which will look after you. Aum Sharim Harim Kalim Ang Vajra Varochaniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. Aum Sharim Harim Kalim Ang Vajra Varochaniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. Aum Sharim Harim Kalim Ang Vajra Varochaniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. Aum Sharim Harim Kalim Ang Vajra Varochaniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. Aum Sharim Harim Kalim Ang Vajra Varochaniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. Aum Sharim Harim Kalim Ang Vajra Varochaniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. Aum Sharim Harim Kalim Ang Vajra Varochaniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. More you do it, more you achieve it. Accomplishment you might achieve in the year 2019 for Gemini. Accomplishment you will achieve or you might achieve in the year 2019 for all of you Gemini. Gemini accomplishment you might achieve in the year 2019. Number 1. There will be rise in flow of income, wealth, assets, savings, power in your speech and presentation. Number 2. Gemini, there will be rise in professional status, prestige and honor. Third accomplishment. Most of your efforts will achieve dignified reward, dignified success. Fourth accomplishment. There will be a rise in influence, rise in knowledge, ability, skill sets, and that will be recognized by professional people, elite people, powerful professional people, people who are decision makers. Fifth accomplishment for Gemini, you will travel around. Sometimes travel around for personal reasons, sometimes travel around for business reasons, sometimes travel around for spiritual reasons, religious reasons. Gemini, you might involve in a deal of a property. You might buy a property. Gemini, the complications you might have to face in 2019. Complication number 1. There will be delay in rise in luck. Sometime expected gain won't be there. You'll face major obstacles, delays, hindrances, vacuums. Gemini, you'll go through few vacuum situations. Nothing is happening. You stand still. Complication number 2. You might go through a change of job. Sometime there will not be any progression whatsoever. Third complication. Sometime you'll put a lot of effort, but expected rewards won't be there. Fourth complication. Please be very careful when you're dealing with family relationship. Expected support, backing, guidance, encouragement won't be there. Fifth complication. You must look after your health, well-being, especially head, throat, lower abdomen, digestive system. Sixth complication. Please beware of an operation. Seventh complication. Your own people will try to cheat you, deceive you, dump your wealth, dump your right and assets. Gemini overview for 2019. The overview for all of you. Gemini general overview for 2019. In the year 2019, Gemini, you will be astonishingly active, very, very subjective, creative, and you'll make it everybody's surprise. This year, Gemini, start of the year, you'll go through difficult circumstances, complex circumstances. You'll have good support of nature. You're lucky with investments. You'll get fun, happiness, good health, good friends, and general success in this coming year. There may be some troublesome time or complication related to your home. Gemini, you'll have to deal with interest payments, so be careful in borrowing money from others. In this year 2019, for peace and ease in your life, it may be necessary to learn what the balance is between surrender and aggression. Carrying a comparison too far to the point where it becomes judgmental can only serve to bring you difficulties and hassles. Sometimes anger is required to move things along. Sometimes too puchy attitude won't do anything. Gemini in the year 2019 give you good education, knowledge, ability, skill set. I think you will upgrade yourself. Gain of place, victory, wealth, comfort, honor. Gemini, you will be able to achieve desired success and fame in work as longer your drive is there, your determination is there, your devotion is there, your discipline is there. New venture will beget profit. Your readings and writing work will lead to name and fame and gain of recognition and wealth. Gemini, there will be success in examination. If you're a commerce student, if you're an account student, if you're banking, if you're taking a banking exams, or if you're taking a chartered tax advisor exams, or ACA or ACCA or chartered accountancy exams, all the interview presentation in this year 2019 will be successful, most of them. Profession in medicine will bring you fame. Gemini, you'll get the help from spouse, children, close companions, friends, will yield the happiness. This year results in destruction of enemies, gain of honor, birth of a child, gain of vehicle, rise in strength, grace of authority, physical health, start of a new work, start and gain of wealth. Gemini, there will be destruction of enemies, birth of a child, government honor, gain of wealth, various materialistic comforts acquired in this year. In this year 2019, health will be good. There will be a recovery from old disease. There will be a satisfactory progression in work, business or service. There may be birth of a child or happiness from child, maybe not. Honor and fame will be rising. Contentment of higher authorities will help you in accomplishing your task. There may be success in various kinds. Ventures will be there. But may I say that this particular time period, efforts will lead to gain of wealth. But be prepared for a change. And may I say that this particular time, new friendship, new people will be there. But in this year 2019, it in the longer term give you wisdom, virtue and support. There's a widespread fame. You must look after your health regarding lower abdomen. You must look after your marriage relationship, communication. Work and flow of income will be interrupted if you are not very careful. Disputes may end unfavorably if you communicate properly. But if you are offering a cold attitude, it won't go anywhere. Communication is very important this year for you, Gemini. Extremely important. How you talk to people, how you address a situation. That's darn important in the year 2019 for Gemini. Gemini, learning and education in 2019. Learning and education for 2019 for all of you. In this year 2019, Gemini, you will be professional student, preferring to be in school, to doing real work. Gemini, you will attain advanced qualification. You will be able to attain advanced qualification as long as you're focused and determined. There will be a study of various concepts, philosophy, moral principle. You'll be interested in education, although you will experience some sort of a breaks or confusion in education if you're not very focused then. You'll be frequently run into hindrances into your own intellectual inquiries or education, or sometimes you can be derailed due to lack of interest, or you have developed interest, something else, or you'll need to develop your own obscure way of gaining knowledge. The institution you are studying in may put up some technical obstacle for you that prevent you from completing the course, so be careful. You might change the course of your education midway, or gain a degree in more than one field, or try to gain a degree in more than one field. Sometimes you can be all over the place. You'll easily acquire knowledge and education, no doubt about it, but you possess a good knowledge of law involved in a litigation or contract negotiation. So this is quite important. But if you want to start the education, you have to be focused, you have to be driven. Don't make any compromises. And sometimes don't be overly distracted by anything else. Put the first priority towards your education if you're a student, please. That's the only way you can complete the course. Otherwise, the course will run into trouble, or you will be running into trouble. Please. Gemini, what makes you special in the year 2019? What makes you really good and special in 2019 to Gemini? In this year 2019, you have excellent skills when it's come to competitiveness and hard working. You can do it. You usually turn quarrels to your advantage, especially in heavy debates. You'll gain profound understanding of many of the issues which other people sometimes can be irritated by that. You will act efficiently, intelligently. You're blessed with worldly wisdom and common sense. That is your main precious thing you are holding on to, and that will work for you. You're particularly good at solving short-term problems by taking quick decisions, using common sense to sort out anything. You're blessed with a very sharp common sense. You'll have a natural flair for leadership. You can lead. You have naturally man management. You have that skill. In the year 2019, you'll be very good at how to persuade people. You'll be skilled wordsmith. Opportunity keep on coming to you, which you can make pay off for your own benefit. You'll have excellent skills in the money management, which prove useful in trading and other financial transactions. A warm, helpful touch gives you the ability to help people in distress or those who are facing specific problems who need help. In the year 2019, Gemini, you will be unable to create a balanced relationship. A tendency to pay attention to details and problem will keep you from enjoying the holistic value of life and reduce the level of happiness. You experience this particular year a lot of hassles, but you got to handle those hassles. You'll have a natural talent for neutralizing enmity and obstacles in this particular year. There will be talent for sweetly neutralizing enmity and gracefully overcoming hassles and competition and competence. In this year 2019, you are artistic and have a good aesthetic sense. And I think that you have an interest in art, craft, and you're very talented when it's coming to the business negotiation or when it comes to the artistic negotiation. And you are extremely creative and can make a superb artist, performance artist. You may have ability, and that ability can be asset to you. Physical work lets you down sometime, but sometime you're brave enough to face the challenge and deal with it and become very energetic in your performance. But this year is, when it comes to business negotiation, when it comes to talking to people, that's you. You can do it. Gemini, your health in 2019. Your health is actually wealth. Your health is in 2019. In this year 2019, your sleep will be disturbed, and sometimes you feel heavy-headed. Gemini, at times there will be a potential for you to suffer from mental or emotional problems triggered by, may I say, hormonal imbalances or some sort of other situation. Beware of kidney trouble, bladder problem, back problem, high libido, low libido, or addiction. Be careful. Gemini, your throat will become dry. Your digestive power may be somewhat very sluggish and low. In this year 2019, health will give you problems, especially stomach or heart. You'll have a stomach complaint. Physically, you're susceptible to complaint in the lower abdomen or male or female health or genitals. So be careful. Too much indulgence in food can create a problem. So don't be overweight. There are chances for developing blood sugar problems. There will be possibility for you to suffer from inflammation of kidney or skin rashes or fever or lower back problem or directly health problem or diseases of the reproductive organs of yours. So be careful. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, something can happen. You might have a problem with the liver. Allergies can happen regularly. Fat metabolism can be an issue, or weight can be an issue. You might be susceptible to ear complaint, mouth, lips, or the face in general due to some sort of allergic reaction. You may suffer from some sort of a health issue or scars. In this year 2019, Gemini, there is a possibility of sickness, irritants, or complication in reproductive area. So be careful. So male or female health, look after your sexual health as well. Be careful and look after your reproductive system. If you have any issue, don't feel shy. Doctor is your best friend. Doctor is the only best friend you have. Go and see your doctor as soon as possible. Don't hide it away. Go and see your doctor. Go and see the consultant. And if you're suffering with some sort of a hiccups, mumps, asthmatic issues, sore throat, ear, inflammation, internal inflammation, lungs infection, pneumonia, or bronchitis, you must go and see the doctor. Be careful about your driving, about your swimming. This is not the year you're going to take adventurous overtaking a big risk or anything like that. No. Gemini, your romance, your love life for 2019. Your romance, love life in the year 2019. In the year 2019, you will have emotional involvement. Sporting with opposite sex will be delight for you. Gemini, you will have strong passion for things or people you desire. You will enjoy thoroughly the company of opposite sex, and they have a great emphasis in your routine. It will definitely work both ways. You'll be fascinated by opposite sex and do whatever you can do to observe them unnoticed. In the year 2019, romances, pleasant social relationship may develop at your workplace. Wonderful. It will be very important for you to have a very personal one-to-one relationship. Your basic need for nurturing and comfort are only fulfilled by close companionship, close bond. You should be living in each other's pockets, no doubt about it. Or you can't be more closer than marriage. But marriage window is opening on 9th November 2019. Typically, you'll get involved with somebody because you'll feel like talking to the person. And before you know it, you end up spending more time with each other. In the year 2019, you'll have to be competitive when it comes to matter of love, liking. You'll seek out liaison with people from different backgrounds. You'll be very rash, ardent, quick, passionate in love. Thus, you will suffer from romances. Relationship will take a turn where proper conduct goes by the wayside. Respect is lost. You'll experience distress, some lack of understanding and closeness in your relationship with your companion. You usually tend to have a hidden agenda in dealing with opposite sex. In the year 2019, your intensity and expectation from long-term relationship will tend to scare the other passions away. You will lack the skill to deal with opposite sex, and sometimes the communication is very cold. That creates a problem. If the communication becomes very cold, then you will have difficulties in power struggle, power conflict in a long-term relationship. You'll tend to have a series of fun or romances that do not last more than 6 months each, but no real relationship happiness. But you have to work on on your communication, how you talk to each other. In the year 2019, you'll have many romantic inclinations, but you might have more than one relationship in your personal life due to strong sexual desires or love affair, but that end very badly. Again, bad communication is responsible for that. You will try to hide your strong desire, but you'll have a strong desire particularly towards where you can express yourself. In this year 2019, your romantic life can be enjoyable as long as you communicate on the same level. You tend to get involved with passionate relationship and desire will be there, but have mixed feeling about fulfilling them. In this year 2019, you may not have matrimonial happiness if you're already married, because the communication is going down the hill. A happy marriage, if you're already married, can be a very difficult thing to realize. You have to work on your communication. If you're already married, matrimonial happiness may be reduced by your partner's health issue or behavior issue like an overzealous attitude. You'll have trouble maintaining long-term relationship, trouble maintaining long-term marriage, because the communication can be the base. Major communication issue can be there, and there will be layers of complicity due to communication. There might be some sort of a confusion or misunderstanding or lack of attention, or may I say that too much ego investment in your relationship. In this year 2019, partnership including marriage are restrictive to you, but you accept circumstances for better or for worse. You will tend to take a very cautious approach toward marriage relationship. There's a likelihood that marriage, if you are unmarried, if you're a single person, if you're already seeing somebody for the marriage proposal, if you already have somebody, if you're engaged, then chances are that the marriage can be delayed. An effective marriage is more likely to take place later than sooner. In this year 2019, if the communication is not very good, if you're already married, if the communication is very cold, uncooperative, then separation may occur. If you're not very careful, then you will have all the signs of before separation. Sort out your communication. There will be some lost regard to relationship in terms of separation. Marriage will be faulted because of sometimes expectations are very high, and sometimes it's very hard to fulfill those expectations, and sometimes a constant struggle. In the year 2019, you can be very fickle, argumentative in your relationship or marriage, and where you only express your frustration in the relationship, where you refuse to put any passion, love, affection, care, understanding, friendship in your marriage. You're only bringing the sadness and the aggression and the frustration and your ego. You're only investing those in your marriage, and more you pile up those negatives, the relationship will collapse. The relationship is not made of steel. It will be collapsed. See, relationship is just a human understanding, full of emotions, nothing else. Full of emotions. Emotions can be strong if you're putting passion, love, affection, care, and friendship. Very strong. They can be steel. But when there is no friendship, there's no passion, there's no love, there's no affection, there's no care, only demand and command, it becomes boring, tiresome. People become exhausted, and people don't want to be commanded like that, demanded like that. You have to take charge personally of your happiness. You tend to manage your spouse's affair where is possible. Do not interfere in that business, please. So please refrain from ego investment in your relationship. That will only ruin the relationship. In 2019, you can provoke quarrels, arguments with your spouse. Refrain from that kind of nonsense, please, as your spouse will withdraw from you. Your way of relating to make them confined with no way out. Don't do that. Stop giving a threatening behavior in the relationship. You'll tend to make your spouse or business partner into enemy and into converting them into enemy with your attitude. The issue of health will emphasize in your marriage and business relationship. So be careful. Communication is the base. Be careful, please. Gemini, your social life. Your social life in 2019. In this year 2019, you'll have many friends. You'll be attracted towards people who are virtuous, knowledgeable, sharing their wisdom freely with you. Gemini, a person will act you as a friend while working against you behind your back. Can be part of it as well. Political contacts, friends are positively helpful. In this year 2019, your friendly attitude will help you succeed in business and establishing a good rapport with colleagues and friends. You'll have more advanced colleagues who will help you materially with business. You'll have a wide circle of friends and prefer to do business with a handshake. In 2019, you'll drop friendship as suddenly you will discard objects that are no longer useful. You have a good deal of opponents, competitors, critics who may disturb the process of success, but you're likely to overcome them. In the year 2019, Gemini, litigation might come out successfully as you are often able to overcome competitors and opponents. You can easily poke holes in your enemies' methods. You might be able to say that you don't have any enemies, but you do. They may be getting the better of you. Conflicts between polarized ideologies and interest always happen. Always happen conflict with polarized ideologies and interest. Demands and aspirations that make it very difficult to stick on to one project. Therefore, others may see you as a fickle, not deeply caring or concerned or deeply involved with the project. In this year 2019, Gemini, you will be quite concerned with solving other people's problems. Relationships form an important part of your personal life, professional life, no doubt about it. But be focused on yourself, what you want to do. Gemini, your business, profession, career in 2019. Your business, profession, career in 2019. In this year 2019, you'll be quite ambitious. You'll work hard and face difficulties to advance in a traditional manner. You want to be a player in a powerful arena and will use any means to gain your goals. In the year 2019, you'll be practical, energetic, courageous in effort to succeed your career and business. Your enterprise. This particular year, the enterprise you'll involve has to struggle against a sense of time limitations. Gemini, your work skills will always be improving and you are example of a job, training, no doubt about it. In the year 2019, you'll be somewhat of a philosopher or a thinker. You'll make a good lawyer. You'll be likely to work in a technical environment or service sector. Your role involves service in specialized area, taking other people's misfortune like a bad health or litigation, improving it. You'll have a knack in business, trading. Business is on upward move. If your business is in trading, if you're a stockbroker, the business is on upward move, always improving. In the year 2019, you'll work best in association with others, especially when you are appreciated. You'll be open to all kinds of relationship and partnerships, so need to be careful not to be cheated by misplaced affections. Be careful. Partnership in this coming year tend to be dutiful and improve over time. You would like to work independently, but it may take some time before career allow independence. You'll do better work for an employer than for yourself. In this year 2019, you'll get along well with co-workers. You have a good relationship with co-workers and subordinate. You're very visible to your employee. You tend to be controlling over those who work under you or with you. People who work for you may develop problems and make them leave the employment. Please guard against his getting into conflict with your own employees or co-workers and associates. In the year 2019, you can count on you for getting assistance, reliable service. You'll be feeling very upset whatever you have financial losses. So be cautious taking risks and your money. You have an ability to be practical, steady in business dealing without getting caught emotionally. In the year 2019, there will be a great opportunity presented to you by people of high status in society or by high ruling power. You're bound to gain some success, even fame. Your undertaking will be well supported and successful. You will be successful at work. You can have success in business, especially in a large corporation. In this year 2019, you'll have to face opposition, obstacles that keep you from easily achieving success. You'll have much happiness, much success. Although there can be delay in seeing the fruit of your hard work, you'll be interested in a foreign affair and a work with international contacts. You'll enjoy foreign travel for work. In this year 2019, you will need hard work and a lapse of time, but in the end, you'll succeed in creating professional reputation for yourself. You will be an inspiration to those working under you. You'll be recognized in your professional field and known and respected by many. In the process of attaining your own goal, you may give those who don't work for you the impression you're not so concerned about their needs. In this year 2019, you'll experience irritation in your effort to gain reputation, status, prestige, success in your career. You'll be very annoyed with your opponents or competitor in your field because they can actually try to harm your reputation. The government favor your activities. You will not get along well with authorities. So be careful how you deal with people, how you communicate with people. Gemini, your property and investment. Your property and investment. Gemini, your property investment in the year 2019. In this year 2019, you'll try to devise complicated schemes or program to make money with little capital and expenses or little capital investment. Gemini, you gain wealth from people in power. That's your gain. Others may assist you in your designing for gaining money. In the year 2019, if you receive any inheritance, it may be small, but you'll bear losses many times before you learn the secrets of holding into money. Your cherished desire will often remain elusive, but in this year 2019, you'll make a lot of money with the help of your friends, especially relating to hotel, restaurant, catering, machinery, those kind of businesses. There's a foreign connection to your accumulation of wealth. Material wealth will be the object of insatiable desire in your life, and you may resort to tricky and even dishonest ways to satisfy the desire. In the year 2019, money will be made through illegal means, other illicit activity. Finances take a lot of work to make the grade. Your attempt to buy property or land may run into obstacles. You use your money for educating yourself and others. In the year 2019, part of your wealth will be in the form of rather fluctuating assets such as shares, options. You spend for training, medical treatments, and will have to spend on litigation. You'll overspend on overheads on business. You will incur the debts. You'll go in for speculations. So be careful when you go for investment, especially the joint venture investment. Be careful. Be careful with your communication with people around you, please. Gemini, your nature characteristics, temperament. Gemini nature characteristics, temperament. Your mind will be sharp. The Lord of Gemini being a Mercury, he or she will be a scholar, genius, will be inclined towards education, knowledgeability, skill by nature. He or she will be very interested in writing and readings. Gemini's mental ability will be prominent and brain will be absolutely sharp. Have both masculine and feminine trends in their thoughts. Gemini will be a dreamer, reach distant places in the matter of seconds, always dreaming about. Gemini's nature will be self-contradictory. At times, he or she will be somber, patient, at the same time, lively and gruesome. Mercury, the Lord of Gemini, is a signifactor of speech. Therefore, the person who have strong voice, a clear pronunciation and correct expression. Gemini, you will be skilled and eloquent in speech, will impress people by your eloquence. Gemini will be interested in many different subjects. Therefore, he or she will be curious about all the knowledge and science of the world. Gemini will be intelligent and their way of thought will be scientific and logical. Gemini will always be clever, skilled into getting their work done through others. Gemini will be skilled at Lazian work. It's like when you're going to giving your work to other people, and will be involved in mediation, in acting as a witness, and will have faith in social traditions. Due to the inquisitive and analytical nature, Gemini will be full of desire of going into depth of things as though it might some research. Gemini will be interested in singing, art, craft, music, will have a special interest in dance and poetry. Gemini will be self-critical. In other words, he or she will destroy their own image by going in a wrong way. So be careful. Gemini's main drawback will be too much talking, too much variation, starting a new work without accomplishing the previous one, getting bored all the time, lack of concentration, lack of making quick decisions, impatient, anxiety in getting to experience the result of work undertaken. So be careful. According to modern viewpoint, Gemini have a reddish black eyes, good physique, generally a fair complexion, a dark complexion, a high nose, curly hair, mark on the face, be active in appearance but lazy in daily routine. Lord of Gemini is Mercury, therefore he or she will be very knowledgeable, always have a sharp wisdom, common sense is absolutely finest, worldly wise, always be talented, will be endowed with poetic quality. Gemini is very, very humorous, very fond of reading books, skilled in logical arguments, also in conveying messages or in mediation, skilled at oratory, and will be short-tempered, interested in chess, fond of dance, music, craft, full of desire, strong friendship, a favorite of teacher, keen to give charity, religious, very fortunate, pleasant-natured, happy, reared by two mothers, sometimes it happens, having a few children, renowned, wealthy, talented, having a firm intention, able, judicious, excellent, well-behaved, fond of sweets, pleasant, loving, desired by all, engrossed in mathematical player or materialistic player, or sometimes love to sort out the problems. Those kind of things, involved in more than one business, or keep on changing the business number, and very knowledgeable in passion, desire, taking sexual contact, and full of desire and want to enjoy. Gemini may suffer from abdominal problem, constipation, very sharp mentally, inclined towards education, interested in various subjects, writing, reading. Gemini can be very thoughtful and capable of socializing long distance in a few minutes, very double-natured, sometimes very serious, at the same time very playful and talkative, can be very skilled, extremely skilled. So, may I say that Gemini physical characteristics is number 1, have a mediocre height and lean and long limbs. Number 2, have a beautiful and attractive eyes and mischievous look in the eyes. Third is face will reflect pleasure, intelligence. Fourth is jaw will be thin in the front and broad at the back. Fifth, Gemini will be active, progressive. Sixth, Gemini can be very good looking very energetic and fast, will be lazy in the daily work. Gemini's lucky points for all of you. Lucky points for Gemini in 2019. Gemini's most important sentence for the year 2019, I think. Gemini's biggest asset, strength for the year 2019, awareness and courtesy. Gemini's biggest weakness in 2019, liveliness or instability. Gemini's ambition in 2019 to make the human race prosperous through your patience and philosophy. Gemini's lucky days for 2019, Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Gemini's unlucky days for 2019, Sunday and Saturday. Gemini lucky color for 2019, green, silver and pink. Gemini unlucky color for 2019, brown and navy. Gemini's lucky precious stone for 2019, Gemini, you must wear a fine quality astrological activated ruby, emerald, real saltwater pearl, golden yellow sapphire and gold square pendant for health, rising success, establishment, peace of mind, flow of income, wealth, assets, savings, common sense, family happiness, property, marriage, relationship, business, profession, career, honor, status, prestige, peace of mind, emotional stability, defense from any crisis, neutralizing any conflict, crisis and traumas. Gemini, you must wear fine quality astrological activated diamond and blue sapphire in right hand's middle finger for rise in luck and prosperity, name, fame, recognition, common sense, wisdom, creativity, activity, prosperity. Gemini millionaire direction. If you're buying a property, if you're buying a northeast facing property or southeast facing property, will be the finest. Gemini unlucky direction. If you're buying a property in 2019, refrain from buying a property which is southwest facing. Refrain from that property, please, once for all. Gemini astrological task and remedies for you. Astrological task and remedies for 2019. Task number 1, you must keep 2 solid silver balls with you all the time. Task number 2, you must wear a fine silver studs in your ears. You must bury 12 blue flowers with your name on each flower with a blue ink and bury in the ground. Next task, flow 5 kg rice in the fast flowing river for 5 Mondays. Next task, you must, do fasting on Sunday or refrain from eating too much salt in your routine. Or don't eat any salt on Sunday and try to do fast on Sunday. But refrain from consuming any form of salt on Sunday. Next task, you must organize Namak Chamak Rudrabhishek minimum once in a month. Next task, you must organize Hanumanji Bahuk Prayog minimum once in a month in the temple. Do donate money and food to the blind school and handicapped school, please. Please do donate money towards any girl's wedding. Can be anybody. Any young ladies getting married, donate money. Next task, you must keep dog as a pet and look after your dog very properly. Or please donate, or if you can't look after a dog as a pet, do donate dog feed to dog home. Next task, do organize Kanya Pujan in the temple and do donate kheer and money towards young girls in the temple. Please do put effort in your presentation and do wear a fragrance and try to be very tidy. Do fill a shakkar in a steel pipe diameter 2 inches wide and bury in the farm field on Saturday. Do keep 2 solid silver balls in your possession. Do keep saffron in a silver box. Do fill a brass gargar with river water and do keep that in a northwest direction of your house inside the house. Do donate 8 religious priests mixed color blanket bananas and money. Do keep honey in a silver pot. It's quite important. Gemini precaution for 2019. What you shouldn't do. Refrain from getting too aggressive or too soft in your behavior. Do take care of your presentation and put a lot of efforts. Don't keep any rusted tools, rusted weapons or tools in your house. Please make sure that you won't keep any taweez, rak, bhabooti, dry flowers, bell, shank, shivling in your possession in the house. Refrain from collecting or keeping any kind of clutter in your possession, like unused books or magazines, old clothes, out of order wristwatches or alarm clocks, unused mobile phone chargers, broken mirror, chipped crockery, unused pipes, woods, unused cables, wires, any form of clutter, remove it. Next, refrain from consumption of alcohol, smoking and non-vegetarian food. Next, refrain from lies, scandals, frauds, scams, and any form of gambling, risky investment in your life. Next, refrain from any family relationship feuds, any family relationship conflicts, please. Be kind to dogs. Do respect your elders and women. Refrain from lies and scandals. Gemini chanting for the year 2019. The chanting number 1 for Gemini. This chanting is for medicinal cure and effect. This chanting will cure any problem you are suffering with. Mentally, physically, financially, personally, you name it. This is the cure of all. This one. Eng bhur bhave swahe, eng tat savitur varneyam, eng bhargo devasya dhimahi, eng dhiyo na prachodayat eng. Eng bhur bhave swahe, eng tat savitur varneyam, eng bhargo devasya dhimahi, eng dhiyo na prachodayat eng. Eng bhur bhave swahe, eng tat savitur varneyam, eng bhargo devasya dhimahi, eng dhiyo na prachodayat eng. Eng bhur bhave swahe, eng tat savitur varneyam, eng bhargo devasya dhimahi, eng dhiyo na prachodayat eng. Eng bhur bhave swahe, eng tat savitur varneyam, eng bhargo devasya dhimahi, eng dhiyo na prachodayat eng. Eng bhur bhave swahe, eng tat savitur varneyam, eng bhargo devasya dhimahi, eng dhiyo na prachodayat eng. Eng bhur bhave swahe, eng tat savitur varneyam, eng bhargo devasya dhimahi, eng dhiyo na prachodayat eng. Requirement is jug of water. Requirement is asan mixed color blanket. Requirement is daytime, anytime after 4:30 a.m. or anytime in the day or night, please. Direction facing east. Time for chanting is 48 minutes, 96 minutes, 144 minutes. More you do it, more you root out your problems permanently. Chanting number 2 for achieving rise, status, achieving boost. Om Sharim Harim Kalim Eng Vajra Varochaniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. Om Sharim Harim Kalim Eng Vajra Varochaniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. Om Sharim Harim Kalim Eng Vajra Varochaniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. More you do it, more you achieve it. Requirement is jug of water. Requirement is mixed color blanket. Requirement time wise after 10 p.m. Direction facing southwest, southwest facing. Timing for chanting is 48 minutes, 96 minutes, 144 minutes. More you do it, more you achieve your rise and boost. Now I'm coming to the end of this prediction. Wish you all the best for the best of health, best of happiness and rising in prosperity. I'll be back with another horoscope reading very, very soon. Wish you all the best. Thank you.